Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's TNA Impact Wrestling for January 24th, 2013. And is it just me or is it friggin' hot in here? Oh, silly Tazz. This show, it actually wasn't that bad if you care about these storylines. Like if you care about where they're going with Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray, Tazz and the Aces and Eights, if you care about that stuff, this was probably a good show. I, on the other hand, do not. And there was a couple good matches. Actually, there was about 3 good matches, if I'm remembering right. So it wasn't like a terrible show, but it really was just kind of average. And there's really not a lot to say about Tazz joining the Aces and Eights, since I pretty much made it clear how I feel about that last week. I think it sucks, and it's funny. But anyways, we see the aftermath from the wedding. The Aces and Eights are backstage going crazy, revving up their bikes and shit. The Aces come out, led by Tazz, who looks like one of those Mexican gangsters from Next Friday. And he says, who couldn't pass on the opportunity to be with such a group? He is talking about the Aces and Eights, right? This group. So Tazz has a contract that makes him bulletproof. He says, I'm Teflon Tazz. So of course this means Tazz isn't going to be taking any bumps. He's not going to be wrestling. No surprise there. And he starts talking about a higher power, I guess referring to the leader. I don't really know. Then we see Jessie, who's trying to pump up Tara for her match with Velvet Sky. Kazarian has his manager's license for Christopher Daniels' match, and Daniels says he's not a creature, he's a feature. Still, the best part of the show was Bad Influence. Oh, then we find out Tazz is still on commentary. This blew my mind. I could not believe how stupid this was. Let me see if there was anything interesting here. No. I mean, Tazz is on commentary. He's still trying to call matches, but he's really just putting over himself in the Aces and Eights angle. Like, during the matches, the whole time. So if you thought he was annoying before, holy shit, that's all I gotta say about this. He's far worse now. And I know a lot of people who don't really care for Tazz, like myself, always talk about how he's just trying to put himself over. Now that's pretty much all he does. And he's a huge dick to Kennelly. So Velvet Sky versus Tara with Jessie. Velvet tries to pick up Tara. Tara falls on her, and Jessie holds Velvet's foot. So Tara wins. This was alright. Kenny King calls Zima Ion Goku, and they both talk about how good they look. Joseph Park comes out, says his place is on the Impact Wrestling roster, and he fought hard, and next week he's going to have his open fight night. RVD and Christian York versus Zima Ion and Kenny King. Kenny King hits a springboard blockbuster on York. Zima steals the pin, getting the win. And that was it. This was actually a pretty good match here. At least it was something a little different, so I was happy with this. Kurt Angle tells Joe, Wes, and Garrett that he's not 100% but can still kick some ass. Bully and Brooke come out. Bully calls Tazz a coward, says he's going to get his revenge on Devon, Tazz, and all the members of the Aces and Eights. But he needs Hogan to reinstate him first. But how can he get revenge on Tazz? Tazz is bulletproof. He's Teflon Tazz. So this is irrelevant. Sting comes out and says Hogan always goes all the way and believes he will reinstate Bully next week. Backstage, Bobby Roode is trying to blow some smoke up Austin Aries' ass. Trying to get him to face Hernandez tonight. Neither one of them want to face Hernandez, but it comes down to Bobby Roode. So it's Bobby Roode versus Hernandez. Aries and Chavo start fighting on the outside, and while Hernandez is distracted, Bobby Roode beats him with a bulldog. That was it. Angle comes out and calls out Anderson. So Anderson comes out wearing an Aces and Eights vest, and Anderson says that he wants to fight Angle now. He attacks him. Kurt goes for the ankle lock. Anderson escapes. So next week it's going to be Anderson versus Kurt Angle in a steel cage match. Aces and Eights are in the clubhouse, and Anderson says, "Hookers, shut up." He's so pissed off that he's got to fight Angle in a cage, and Devon says, "I got a battle plan, just relax." Christopher Daniels with Kazarian versus Hardy for the world title. I really like this match here. I really wish they would do more with Christopher Daniels, keep him in the main event picture. Sadly, I don't think they're going to, but this really showed that he is capable of pulling this off. And I don't know why they just won't give him a chance. But Hardy hits a nasty front suplex off the top. Hardy kicks out of the Angel's wings, hits a twist of stunner on Daniels, which causes him to bump into Kazarian, knock him off the apron. And Hardy hits a twist of fate and the Swanton for the win. Good match. Afterwards, Tazz comes down to the ring. He distracts Hardy, and then one of the aces, I think it was the Vice President, runs out and hits Hardy in the leg with the hammer and then just runs off. So that was it. They're really trying to build up this whole, I think it's the Manchester show next week, and they try to go all out when they go overseas. I know TNA does, and they usually do a pretty good job with this. So they're definitely trying to go all out with, I guess, Joseph Park having an open fight night's a surprise or something. But Angle versus Anderson in a steel cage match, and the crowds are usually pretty hot over there. So I'm glad they're doing this, but the only reason Hardy was taken out and got hit in the leg is because of his legal problems. He can't travel overseas. So TNA is going over there without the world champion. So that's kind of an issue, but I don't know. I don't really care either way, and hopefully without Hardy on the shows, this will give some of the other guys like Christopher Daniels, James Storm, who wasn't even on the show, a chance to shine a little bit more on the crowds over there. So anyways, that's my review of this week's TNA Impact. Nothing really special. I really hope they start to improve some of this stuff. This whole Tazz thing, it sucks, in my opinion, but yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how much worse this is going to get, because I'm sure it's not over. So anyways, that's my review. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.